Yo, what's going on? Ooh. Welcome to the stream. Iron's stuff finally in a box player live stream after like 8 months. Hell yeah. Thank you, time zones. Yeah, I feel like I don't normally stream at this time. I kind of don't have any consistent streaming time or anything like that. But I'm glad you made it. Monster Unknown New, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright. We're gonna be digging some tunnels today. Let's turn that down. Let's get into the game. Yes. Would you look at that? Put some music on here as well. Alright, welcome guys. Welcome to the stream. We're on the back to beta server. This has potential to be one of the last back to beta streams. Potentially. We will see. We will see. So yeah, I've been doing some mining. I've been basically trying to complete all of the tunnels that are connected to the railways here. And yeah, I've been working on Ryan's one. So it's not like, I don't think anyone's ever gonna ride these rails, but for my own sake, for my own completionist sake, I feel like it needs to get done. Plus, if anyone does ever explore the world, or when we come back or whatever, it'll all be done and dusted, which is cool. So yeah, I'm pretty much just prepped and ready to go. This is all I need. I just got to do a lot of mining for a while, and then we'll decorate. And I can show you the design that I've already kind of started on. Andromeda Roblox 67, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's get down here. So yeah, this is the hallway so far. You would have seen it in the thumbnail. Pretty basic, pretty basic. You know, not all of them can be as detailed as some of the others out there. But that's okay. I feel like there's, what's with this? Did I miss something? Oh, I missed a torch here. Interesting. But yeah, you'll see what I've been working on just around the corner. This is the extent of it so far. But how's everyone going? I'm here to get ideas for my Minecraft beta world. Oh boy. Well, I can give you ideas maybe, but I don't know if you're gonna see many ideas because we're gonna be digging a lot today. Maybe a really cool idea would be to dig a tunnel. But yeah, basically, we're gonna have to dig these walls out. It goes for about 1,000 odd blocks, maybe 500 or so, maybe, I don't know. Goes for a while. Just looking at builds and stuff. Yeah, we're probably not gonna see too many builds up close, unfortunately. If you wanna see a back to beta stream with that in it, Dialco did stream earlier today, and he showed off a bunch of builds. Can you guys hear me alright, by the way? I've tried turning my gain up. I'm still sitting a bit further from my mic than usual. Let me get in here. There we go. Hopefully I sound alright. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be doing. Nothing crazy today, guys. Just a very casual, very chill mining stream, and probably building. We'll see how far we can get. I essentially just need to mine out this wall and then this wall, 1 block deep, and then we can do some building. Which yeah, might take a little while. Is there a way to host beta Minecraft server with friends and stuff? Yeah. I mean, we use Apex hosting, which probably isn't necessary. I think you can just host, if it's like yeah, you can just like host on LAN and use like Hamachi to probably connect all your friends up in that. Obviously, you'd have to be online, but there are ways. There's plenty of ways. Pepper, he has a tutorial. If you search up J Pepper or J underscore Pepper underscore L on YouTube, or just look at the members list in the Back to Beta Discord. He has a tutorial on how to do it. I enjoy these tunnels very much. Welcome to the stream, Moss Hive. Yeah, we've done a lot of these tunnels. We've done so many of these tunnels, and it's a shame. Like for me, when it comes to like live streaming, I feel like for me, I prefer doing live streams where I'm able to like actually interact with you guys, and a lot of the time that's just when I'm doing monotonous stuff like this. Like when I'm building, I feel like I'm a very slow builder, and I have to focus a lot. And generally, I like to, when I make content, I like to build something and then talk about it, and then build something and then talk about it, like in clips, rather than do all the building at once and then do all the recording after or whatever. Cobblestone mining simulator, yup. Because mossy cobblestone. I mean, I added. We're gonna have mossy cobblestone in this build. We're probably not gonna find any. W mine, W beta craft. Mine and the beta craft. Yeah, that's it. That's the way. But how's everyone been? What are you guys all up to? My assumption is that people are playing Minecraft along, you know. That's what I normally do if I'm ever watching a stream. Oh, we got some music. Nice. I'm hearing a lot of mobs. Shut up, guys. Is there a texture pack that adds old cobblestone and bricks from beta 1.6 into beta 1.7.3? Yes, there is. I'm using it right this moment. I mean, if you send me a message on Discord, I'd be happy to send it to you if you like. Otherwise, you can pretty easily find it if you just search, like, Reddit. What are these zombies doing? Oh. An unlit cave near spawn. Hey! Hey! Damn, this is cool. Did not expect to find a cave. Nice. What a perfect live to see as I'm building my rail network. Nice. Let's go. Couple of rail network builders here. It's very handy. Alright. Let's continue. I'm doing good, thanks, Devin. I'm doing good. Glad to hear you're doing good. I'm about to sleep because it's almost 12 AM here. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. That is the issue with time zones. Where are you living where it's 12 AM? I don't really know. I don't really know off by heart. I like this water feature. This is cool. I would be playing Minecraft right now, but I gotta go to bed. Yep, fair enough. That's fair enough. Oh, you're in Canada, and you're in the United States. Is it only midnight in the United States right now? Interesting. That is interesting. 14 hours behind. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Maybe I should have started my stream earlier. Get the Americans in here. No, just ignore your clocks, guys. Ignore your clocks, alright? Don't leave. Don't leave. Otherwise, I'll have no friends. I'm kidding. What time is it for me? It's just about 4 PM. So, it's pretty early afternoon, kind of. So, I got a bit of my day left to go. We do like Sundays. Sunday's my day off. My day off so that I can work on my YouTubing. Oh, shoot. No, my rails. Frick. Why is there water here? This is the first disaster I've had on this rail line so far. What the heck? Where'd that come from? It's just like a singular water puddle. Don't tell me I made this. What the? What is this? Why is this here? Alright, I'm getting rid of this. Perfect. Alright, what's it? Oh, damn, everyone's saying. Oh yeah, you are UK. I keep forgetting that's across the sea. I'm not from the UK. I'm from Australia. I'm in Australia. I'm an Australian man. Although I enunciate my voice on stream so people people don't realize. And also in videos. But yes, I'm Australian. I wish I didn't move countries a year ago. Is the texture pack that you're using on Planet Minecraft? I don't think so. This one, I think, was made by the boy Ryan. He made his own. I think he actually, well, I think what he did was, I think he just took, I mean, yeah, I guess he just took the thumbnail. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I was rudely interrupted. Can you all hear me fine? Yeah, I think you guys can hear me now. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Alright, I was worried this turned into an ARG, yeah. So liminal. Just stand here staring off in the distance. And it was actually kind of perfect timing because at the same time, the server did its daily, like, reset or whatever. Restart. So that's kind of funny. Cool be right back screen. Yeah, I thought it would be a cool one. It needs to loop. It needs to be longer. I need to re-record it and make it longer because sometimes... Oh no, I broke my pickaxe. Freak. I like to keep those usually. Yeah, it needs to be longer because it like loops back on itself and just goes from nighttime to daytime. Which sometimes happens while I'm getting things ready for the stream. Also, cat in keyboard, hard type. Oh, cat on keyboard. I get it. Having a cat would be cool. I feel like that's kind of fun. That they kind of jump up and get on your keyboard and stuff. One day, maybe I'll get a cat. I can't remember what I was talking about before. I think I was talking about the texture pack. Ryan put this one together, but I think he used like an old one that someone else had made. But I don't know. I'm not very good at using texture packs or anything like that. I'm no texture pack artist, so the one time I've messed around with textures was for my video on like the spear and the trident. Basically, I tried to make the trident, the spear look like the trident, which kind of worked, but didn't fully work the way I'd hoped. But it worked out. Nobody even commented about it, which is kind of funny. Nobody even noticed. But that's been the extent of my messing around in texture packs. I would like to one day maybe figure it out and learn how to do it, but that's about it. Where do you find the download to the texture pack? I don't know. I'm not sure. If you send me a message on Discord, I'd be happy to send you the texture pack. My name is just Boxplayer on Discord. If you look in the link, if you look in the description of this stream, there's a link to the Back to Beta Discord. If you join that, you'll be able to find me very easily. So I can do that after the stream. How long you stream? I mean, I've only just started, so probably a couple of hours, maybe an hour or two, I would say. That's probably gonna be it. Who knows? Maybe something crazy will happen and we'll have to stream for 7 years straight. I'm kidding. I don't know if that's possible. I wonder what the longest ever live stream someone has ever done is. Can you guys look that up? Somebody look that up. What is the longest live stream anyone has ever done? Surely there's a limit on it. Surely YouTube's like, okay, this is too long now. You can't stream for longer than this. Or Twitch, for example. Because then, like, especially on YouTube where it just, like, uploads the VOD. Surely there's, like, a limit. I think it was a few years? What? That's crazy. That can't be true. A few years straight? Like, that's a ridiculous amount of time. Like, in fragments. Oh. Like, they started and stopped the stream. I'm talking, like, straight streaming. YouTube makes VODs 12 hours each. Okay. So the longest you can make on YouTube is 12 hours. Which makes sense, because... like, you wouldn't want, like, a 24-hour video, like, VOD, I guess. I don't plan on streaming for 12 hours straight. Whammy's done, like 8 or 9 hour stream before. Like, he started streaming, I went to bed, and then he was still streaming when I woke up. It was crazy. Interesting. What about, like, Twitch? Because Twitch doesn't really save them the same way YouTube does, right? Don't they delete the VODs or something? I don't really know how Twitch works. Listen to the melodic sound of mining. If you or anyone in chat wants to see my Minecraft beta world, you can look on my YouTube posts to see it. I think I did pretty good on it. Nice. Everyone go check out his YouTube post. And then come right back. And everyone leave nice comments. I don't use Twitch much. Yeah, me neither. I've never really used Twitch. I know that you can, like, cross-platform stream, which is probably the smartest thing to do. And, like, there's no reason not to. But I just have no idea how to do that. I need to figure out how to do that. I was also going to try streaming in, like... Wait, hang on. I was also going to try streaming in vertical as well. I just realized. I feel like there's a way to do it. Click create live control room. There's like a way you can do it, which I feel like would be kind of interesting. I've never considered doing that. Hang on, I want to try this out. I just want to see if I can do it. I don't even know if I can do it while I'm live. Let me just check. Okay, maybe it's something I can only do if I'm not live. Because obviously I'm live right now. Let me double check. Yes, probably something I can only do while I'm not live. I'm going to check that out some other time. I don't want to interrupt this stream any more than it already has been. Yoink. There we go. If you or anyone... Oh, I already read that. 20 minutes into the stream and we're already side questing. Yeah, sorry. I don't want to side quest anymore. Okay, I'm back to business. By the way, is there a way to see how many Minecraft days you've spent in beta? Yeah, there's a mod, or like an F3 mod. So if you look in the top, if you look in the top corner there, it says the days. I can't remember what mod. I think it's called. I have it somewhere. I know what it looks like. I have it in my files. If you send me a message, I'm happy to send it to you. It's called like Beta F3 maybe. I'm not sure. Something like that. Hell yeah, dumb music. Can you guys hear the music? Nice. Lock in. I'm locked in. ING. I guess just JoJo. I can smell the end. I can't see the end though. My smell's better than my sight, I guess. Crap, I forgot to enchant my pickaxe. Let me just put down my beacon real quick. This will go way faster, guys. Did anybody watch Dialco's video on like things that frustrate them in beta Minecraft? Or things that frustrate him in beta Minecraft? Did anybody watch that video? Because it was a good video, as Dialco's videos tend to be. But I found it quite interesting, some of the stuff he brought up. Oh, my inventory's full. I don't need mushrooms. Especially like around like sprinting. Obviously, I know like there's obviously levels to, you know, the sort of things he actually finds annoying and not. You know, you can live with certain things. And then he also talked at the end about like suggestions he would add and things, and a lot of the things obviously I would agree with on that. I made a whole video on that as well. I've been playing a little bit of like 1.0, just for a bit of fun. Every now and again I get the itch just to play like an upscaled version every now and again. And it's like one of those, you know, one of those 2-week Minecraft phases. But like to me, it's like, that's exactly what I want it to be. I'm like, all right, I'm going to play this for like a couple weeks just while I enjoy it and then call it, you know. It's literally what I plan to do. And like the sprinting in 1.0 is like arguably like more balanced than in later versions where you can rebind the keys. I feel like when you couldn't rebind the key, it's like kind of balanced, you know. The double tapping W adds like almost a layer of skill. I mean, a very minor amount of skill, but skill nonetheless. Anyway. Already mined so much. I also have to do the roof. That's the hard thing. So I did like these lines here and it didn't take too long. But then the walls where there's 3 each, and then also the roof where it's 3 each is going to just take a while. Lots of mining as per usual. So liminal. Now would be the time for some Minecraft music. So quiet. I don't like how this is uneven. But it's going to be what it's going to be. Wow, already 30 minutes into the stream. That is crazy. That is crazy. This might take a bit longer than I expected. But if we get this path done, we'll stop here. If we get this path done, then all but this one is done. And this one technically doesn't even lead to anywhere yet. But this may be one of the shortest ones. The rest are all pretty long. Actually, wait, this is definitely the shortest one. But that's all detailed. That one's just netherrack. That one's to Mr. Saturdays. This one goes to ZX. No, wait. This one goes to ZX. And then this one goes to the last blocks. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I do like having a decent railway setup. I'm pretty excited for Season 2. We're going to make sure that our central rail system is a lot more convenient to use than the Season 1 area. The rail system was kind of like a secondary thought in Season 1. But this time we've got many more people, many more brains to put together. I think it's going to be a lot easier, which is cool. I don't know about you guys, but something about having so much flint, kind of satisfying. Just like accumulating flint over time. Do I have big plans for season 2? Yeah, I do have big plans. I mean, I won't divulge too much, but it's gonna start with a storage system similar to this probably. This storage system worked very, very well this whole season. So it's going to be very similar to this, storage-wise, with a few more extra things. I'm going to be very technical. I need lots of redstone. Yeah, I've got plans. I got some pretty cool stuff that I've got in mind to try and do and accomplish. Got some fun mini games as well. We're gonna I think we're gonna try and incorporate like having a proper like area for mini games, because part of the problem with the way the stadium was set up is like obviously that's the only place where some of these mini games kind of exist, which is cool. Like it means people come to my base, but it would be cooler if, similar to how we have like the shopping area over there, we have like a mini game area as well. That's like a bit more convenient and central for everyone. But yeah, we got plans. The group is discussing things. We're excited. Yeah, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. And also very cold. Turn my fan on because it's been really hot here. And I turned the fan on too cold. So now I'm going to turn it off until it warms up, and then I'll turn it back on again. And it'll be an endless cycle. I was gonna say it's I've almost used all of my cobblestone. I chewed through so much of my cobblestone doing all sorts of different projects. And now I'm having to mine it all again. Mine a whole bunch of cobblestone. I mean, I do have plenty enough, but now I'm having to do mining and collect cobblestone. I'm like, no. I wanted to get rid of all my cobblestone. Oh, look at this. Okay, this is cool. Get to see some secrets here. Oh, and it's gone. Damn. I like it when you get to see the x-rays like that. Little x-ray glitches. It's kind of fun. As per usual, alone on the server. To be fair, most people are probably asleep. This might be the worst possible time for 99% of the world to watch my stream. Whammy, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I'm just mining some tunnels, man. Do you have plans for season 2, Whammy? Do you got ideas? I've got ideas. I have a vague base idea, and Gray and I plan to do a few small projects together. Nice. That's awesome, dude. Diggy diggy hole is right. Welcome to the stream. Whammy, with that castle, remember that you've got that castle kind of next to where the Halloween and stuff is? What happened there? It's like unfinished. It's a really cool project, but it's just unfinished. I mainly plan to start season 2 by grinding like crazy. My biggest problem on any server I play was running out of materials all the time. So I think I'll grind for a while. That's a good idea. I think I'm probably going to do the same. Especially with like redstone stuff. Because like, yeah, that is the worst thing, is when you are like grinding a project and then you have to grind materials for that project. And you're like, man, I just want to get this done. I get it. I get you. That kind of, I think, in a way that, like, I was forced to grind for materials in the start of season 1 because I had to like go away for the first 2 weeks or something, and all I could do was like be on my trackpad and MacBook, and I couldn't really build anything properly on that, and I didn't really feel like trying to build, so all I could do was like go strip mining. So I ended up with a bunch of resources. Yo, what up, Coal Power? Welcome to stream. I'm just mining a hole right now. Well, I'm mining a tunnel to decorate. A pointless rail that no one will ever travel. But it's okay. In my head, it's cool that it's done. And if anyone stumbles on it, they'll be like, wow, that's so cool. So cool that the effort was put in, you know? Sometimes it's all about the effort that gets put in. Maybe not what, like, the usefulness or the end result. The reason I never finished the castle was because I couldn't figure out how to finish it. I had an idea and then built the things I visualized in my head, then hit a massive wall and went to Germany. That's fair enough. Maybe one day you'll be able to come up with a way to finish it, because it's a really cool idea, and it's like so unique as well. Like such a unique building style that I don't think anyone else on the server, or I haven't seen anyone else build like that, so. Then came back and had a massive builder's block. Yeah, that's fair enough. On a Mac and trackpad? That sounds rough. Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. My wrist hurts so bad. And on top of that, there was like no desk really for me to sit at. So like, I would have to just kind of sit on the floor with my back against the wall. It was pretty terrible. It was like it was just bad timing for me. But it worked out, because once I got back, all of a sudden I had loads of redstone, loads of diamonds that I didn't even know what to do with. That redstone that I collected through that, like, ended up lasting me pretty much the whole season. Like, I didn't need to collect too much redstone otherwise, which was cool, which was good. Oops. I gotta go to bed. Just want to pop and see what the build is. It's just a railway. It's just a railway. The detail, I have done basically half the well, maybe just over a third of it, detail wise, but it's gonna take a lot to detail the rest of it. I think once we do the mining's probably gonna be the part that takes the longest, and then from there it'll be pretty quick building, I think. Because it's just copying the same pattern over and over. I had a few things designed for that area, but I figured out the castle first because I planned to terraform. Yeah, okay. It's a cool area, and it's like pretty untouched as well. So you've got like a lot to work with over there. I had so many good ideas for that area. Literally everything relied on getting a definitive position / appearance. Look for the castle. Not finishing that made it impossible to plan or make anything. Yeah, it's tough. Do you plan in creative? Because like generally I don't really plan in creative. Or like if I do, it's kind of to get the gist, you know. Make sure that what I'm thinking kind of is gonna work. It's like a confidence thing. But I don't really like to plan in creative. But I know some people do. Like Ryan, I feel like does heaps of building in creative. Which I'm like, I don't even have the time for that. Like, if I'm building, I'm like, I gotta build on the server, you know? Alright, we made it to the end. Nice. That only took 44 minutes, guys. 44 minutes for this one line. Now this other side, which is gonna be slightly more annoying because we're gonna have to keep placing torches. Unless maybe we build this side because it has a lot of torches in it, and then we do this side. Let's do that. Maybe we'll do that. You guys let me know if you prefer that idea. Plasma Fox, welcome to the stream. Just mining. Well, now I'm gonna do maybe a bit of decoration. If I do this side, yeah, if I do this side first, then we won't have to worry about punching out these torches. I think that's the better idea. At the end of the day, it'll be faster doing it this way. Round to rail. I wish stats. I think that's a big one. Talking about Dialco's video earlier, and you know the sort of things that I don't like about beta. One of the things I don't like about beta is like your stats reset a lot. And I feel like that's annoying because my stats have reset so many times. You know that it's just not correct. You know, like blocks mined. What is this? Times mined. Like this should be like stone and sand. It's only like 10,000. Like this is not accurate at all to what I've actually done. And it'd be so interesting to know over the course of like the whole server history, like what the actual stats would have been. No! Oh my days. Almost died. How did he even spawn? Crazy. Yeah, I feel like I'd have some seriously wacky stats right now, but unfortunately we don't. Bedtime stream. Welcome, Auntie Bilbo. Whammy. On creative, I usually design in sections. I have an idea and work it out in creative, then build on the server. Rarely build entire things in creative. It's mainly for saving time experimenting. That's fair enough. I get that. And that's kind of I think similar to what I would do. Like it's to save time on like you put something in your head, you test if it works, and then if it works, then it's like, okay, let's build it on the server and then flesh it out on the server. It'd be so nice to have a mod that could save stats or back them up somehow. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of funny though, because at this point, if all of a sudden the stats did start working, I'd be frustrated because I'd know that they weren't complete, you know? I'd want them to be complete. Okay, we've got another one of these. Nice. Look at that. Oh, and it's gone. But that being said, I think if there were a mod that saved your stats and made sure that you would be able to keep your stats, I would absolutely download that for sure. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. It's I wouldn't say it's the highest of priorities when it comes to any mods or anything like that. All right. I think I'm going to start by doing the, for example, turning down the rain sounds and the nether portal sounds. That's a mod I would like to have. Having a slider for those. Because they're so loud. Okay, so I'm going to start by having, I need torches and I need slabs. No, wait, I don't need slabs. I need stairs. And then I need cobblestone. We're going to just do like the cobblestone and cobblestone stairs part. So let's make a few of these. We're going to need a lot more than that. Maybe I'll just make a whole bunch. There we go. Okay, now we've got stairs for days. Cobblestone. Perfect. And we got torches. We're probably going to run out of torches quickly. We'll see. We'll see. Especially with blocks I was using on the castle, stairs, clay, snow, etc. It would have been very irritating to experiment in survival. On top of that, the whole thing was floating 20 blocks up. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, especially when you're messing around with like rare blocks or blocks that take ages to mine or things like that. Like then it's definitely tough. That's definitely tough. Free mod idea if any mod devs are listening. True. 2 free mod ideas. 1, rain slider, rain and nether portal sound sliders, and 2, stats. Keep the stats alive mod. I think portals being loud is good because it incentivizes building them away from your house. That's a fair take. That's a fair take. It actually makes you like forces you to build them away from your house and potentially actually take care of where you're putting it. I can see that. I can see that. I don't mind that take. Expand your base. Yeah, okay, okay. I get that. I get that. That's fair enough. I should probably go like that and that. So maybe switch those around. This is pretty much what we're going to do. And then we also need to do this. Yeah. Okay. This is like what we're going to be doing now. So 1, 2, 3, bum, 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 bang. Like that. Perfect. This requires slightly more concentration, which is annoying. I have to actually look at where I'm aiming. So I can't look at chat. I have to actually stop. I think, oh, wait, I already read that. Okay, well, chat's not talking anyway, so it's fine. I don't even need to worry about it. I do think that's a good point. I think that's something beta does well. Like the fact that it's so slow paced, you know, compared to modern. Something I always say is like, and something I'm surprised that like not as many people bring up is that like when you're playing in beta and you're forced to walk slower, like you're forced to stare at the terrain and things around you more, which means you're forced to be like more creative, you know? You're forced to look at the terrain and go, "Hey, what if I did this there?" You know? You get to spend more time staring at what you're building. Like, I always struggle to build in modern because I feel like the creativity gets sucked out because you're kind of like running past everything so quick. You don't even get a chance to like let it fester in your mind as you're looking around and walking, getting from A to B, you know? You know Flower Child, creator of By the Way, BTW? I assume it's meant to be BTW, not By the Way. Made milestones loud on purpose so players didn't just cram it into one room, but space it. I don't think I've ever heard of Flower Child. Oh, better than wolves. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I figured it out. I didn't figure it out on my own. Lukey Does Stuff told me. Also, welcome to the stream. I've had your latest video saved in my watch later for like however long it's been out. I need to watch it. Oh crap. Milestones loud on purpose? I don't understand what you mean by milestones. That message got me. It confused me, which it isn't difficult to do, I would say, but my god, did you do it? Modern also struggles with the problem of 99% of the worlds looking the same. It's quite boring and very sad, quite honestly. I get that. I get that. I feel like they... And I also think that the modern worlds are very like out of scale with the player. Like you look at a beta mountain, you're like, damn, that's sick. I'm gonna build a house on that. And then you build a house, you spend hours on it, you build like a substantial house, and then you look at the mountain, you're like, damn, I really altered that mountain, you know? Like I made a difference, and I'm like, I've got a presence on that mountain now, you know? But then if you do the same thing in modern Minecraft, you do the same thing, you're like, okay, I'm talking about the average player, I guess. You like build a, a massive, you know, build, you've spent hours on it, you're like, damn, this is so cool, and then you take a step back and then it looks tiny because the mountain is just ginormous, which like could be both a good and a bad thing, you know? Depends on how you look at it. That to me is like kind of frustrating sometimes. I'm like, damn, I spent hours on this and the mountain makes it look like it's tiny and stupid. Like, I don't know, it feels a little out of scale to the player sometimes. But maybe that's just me. To be fair, it's not like I've sat down and thought about it for hours and hours. The mechanics? Those machines are loud as fuck. It's the last block. Welcome to the stream. What machines? What are you talking about? Oh, millstones. Oh my god. I can't read. I thought he said milestones. I'm such an idiot. He said millstones. Millstones used for crushing stuff. It's essential for progression in that mod. Okay, we've pieced it together. That felt like an ARG I had to piece together right there. I had to piece together the comment that was left. Okay, so better than wolves. There's an item, and the mill machines. Actually, the only reason I know what those are is because of the last block. I don't really know anything about better than wolves. Oh crap, I should probably block that off entirely. Apart from the fact that I've seen the last block play it, I'm pretty sure. Or at least talk about it. But yes, I think I know the machines you're talking about. They're super loud. Facts, honestly. Old terrain just fits the average player much better. Yeah, I agree. I think just old Minecraft fits the average player better. Like, the reason people have this 2-week Minecraft phase, I think, like, the actual core reason is because the scope of the game is not made for, like, an average person who, like, I guess it's, like, not made for an average person who's very knowledgeable on the game. You know, like, someone who doesn't know anything about the game, they can very easily have fun in the game, you know? But, like, someone who actually knows quite a bit about the game and has played the game for a long time, I think that's where it's, like, it can be difficult. Because, you know, you kind of... You know what to do, you know how to be efficient, and you know how to build, but then all of a sudden your building style is, like, now made redundant by the game itself. Like, the reward for building is far less because of the way the terrain is. I don't know. It's something I don't see people talking about a lot, though, for some reason, is, like, that aspect of it, you know? Like, how out of scale modern Minecraft feels, to me, at least. Maybe it doesn't feel that way to others, and that's why they haven't talked about it, but to me, it feels just, like, out of scale to the player. And, like, yeah, my best example is that. Like, you build something... And it's also kind of like, you know, you build... It's that, you know, kind of classic, I guess, thing that's like, you know, you build something in beta, and it looks awesome, and then you build something in modern, and it's the exact same thing, but it looks terrible for some reason. And, like, that comes down, I guess, to the textures, the art style, but also, like, where you build it, you know, the environment you're building it in. Makes a difference, for sure. Yeah, I find modern Minecraft caters toward, like, Hermitcraft players. Lots of large blocks, large-scale terrain. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you don't have to look too far, like, that it caters to those guys, because... their whole, especially when it comes to, like, the textures and stuff, right? Like, their whole thing, a lot of them is, like, how can I use these building materials as colors rather than what they're actually, like, what the actual material is in the game, you know, what it's called. Which, like, I think is fine. I think it's kind of cool, and it's something that I think can also be, you know, adopted in beta as well. Like, you know, looking at something from further away, it's more about the colors rather than what the textures are. I think that's fine. But again, the average player isn't really doing that. They're just kind of building something and looking at it at face value, you know, for what it is. And I feel like the textures kind of make that very difficult in the modern game. For me personally, I guess. Like, things don't look like what they are as rough as they did in these older versions, I guess. Oh my god, I keep doing the same mistake by adding that. Ah! Fill in that hole, I guess. I was meant to be placing torches on these. I'll do it on the way back. I wish they did more with minecarts. I love trains in Minecraft. I love trains in the Create mod. I wish rails were expanded upon. I 100% agree with you. I think rails, when I was younger, like, especially, I think I've always loved rails. Like, the rails are so cool. I love rails in real life. It's so, like, it's just, in trains, it's so cool. I wish they had, yeah, I wish they had expanded it in the game and not just, like, left it to rot and die. I think they need it. Like, it was kind of a cool idea to have the furnace minecart be essentially like a train, but it's not implemented well. You know, like you put a piece of coal in there and it goes for like 2 seconds, and you know it doesn't really stick around, especially in beta. Like, it doesn't really work the way I think it was supposed to kind of work. They absolutely should have added the ability to chain minecarts together, like, easily, you know. Like, I don't think there's a really good reason why that shouldn't have been a thing. And I like the idea of chest minecarts, but they are, yeah, they're just not able to be utilized as well as they could have been. And I think they definitely could have played with some cool variation on rails as well. You know, made it so that, you know, there was lots more variation, which you know, I guess they added, you know, the one that kicks you off the rail, the activator. No, the activator rail. I think it's the activator rail. But they definitely could have done a lot more, like, and integrated it a lot better with redstone maybe. But oh well. Alas. I'm totally fine with modern Minecraft, but it bugs me that there are a lot of inconsistencies across the updates. Yeah. Like, I do complain about modern Minecraft, and I play beta Minecraft. I don't hate modern Minecraft. I like modern Minecraft. It's fine. It has its place. It's a different game at this point. But that being said, that doesn't mean I can't, you know, I guess, critique it. It is a game I still love and wish was better. Like, I can see a world where, like, it's, I think the thing is, it is so close in a way. Like, there is not really a lot you would need to change to make modern Minecraft like the best game for me. Like, it is, there's a handful of things that would really need to change, and then it's like all of a sudden amazing. But they're just never gonna do that, which is unfortunate. But yeah, in terms of inconsistencies, I mean, the worst thing is they just seem so against going back to old features. I think that's something that's a benefit of the drop system, actually, is they have been going back to older, like, older things and, like, revamping them. Some for good, some for bad. I mean, the baby mobs, you know, I don't know if I'm a big fan of that redesign. I think I did see someone post a photo. I think the main reason actually was the eyes. Like, I mean, the chicken one, the chicken I think is dumb, but like the rest are like passable. Maybe I guess the sheep is kind of dumb too. The rest are they're okay. They're okay enough, but they made them like have like 1 pixel eyes, which really is really off-putting. But yeah, in terms of like actual like game mechanic stuff, they really they do struggle to go back on them, especially when it comes to like enchanting and villager trading. Like, actually making the game a good game, you know, a good balanced game, I think is something they struggle with. Like, the villager trading is such a broken system, and, you know, elytra is such a broken thing, overpowered, that they're scared to go back on because they know the community is gonna just like absolutely have a fit, right? Which they will. The community will have a fit on that stuff. But like, if you wanted to make it an actually good game, like those are the things that you would have to do. And I think more people would enjoy the game in the long term if those changes were made. But that might just be my opinion. I don't know. I could be crazy, but that's just the way I see it. for example, one of the old mobs have animations that match the. None of the old mobs have animations that match the style of the newer ones. Yeah. I mean, that's a good example. And I think they will revamp all the old mobs to have those like fresh animation thing, you know, like that's the mod that it's kind of based on, right? The fresh animations. I think they will eventually all have that because every single new mob that they've added has had like animation put into it. So I'm basically certain that they're gonna do that. Personally, I like the janky kind of static, lifeless kind of walk that a lot of the mobs have, but I do understand why they're changing it, you know. Notch probably went to add chained minecarts, but it was too hard, lol. Honestly, that's probably like 99% of the things that we all wanted. He's probably like, yeah, that was too tough. That was in the too hard basket. And then Jeb couldn't figure it out either, so they just were like, alright, we'll put that on hold. Yeah. Okay, ran out of things. Let's place these in. Damn, the focus is crazy. Don't miss one. My eyes hurt. Ah, my eyes. That's really tough, actually, on the eyes. Hopefully I did this right. Okay, that actually almost took us all the way, which is kind of crazy. Let's head back. Oh, I gotta put the torches down, true. Dude almost gave up on leaf decay, yeah. Smooth and interpolated slop. Everything's slop, man. Everything's slop. Wait, did I just see Optify and Zoom? Nah, bro. Oh. Optify and Zoom where? Where? Tell me where it is. Yeah, you did. It exists. Optifine exists for beta. And nobody knows. A good thing about beta stairs is that they don't mess up orientation when placed. Okay, you know what? I don't mind stairs having orientation. All right, I don't mind that. In beta, I'm fine that they don't have it, you know. But like in modern, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's cool, you know. I get it. It's cool. You know what I hate? You know what I hate having orientation? Logs. I have hated orientated logs for like all of time. It's so annoying because for me, most of the time I'm placing a log or like logs in a sequence, I'm placing them against each other, right? Like think about people complain, okay? People complain about how in beta you have to place dirt blocks underneath fences, you know, to be able to place them in the air, right? And I get that complaint. But that's pretty much what you have to do with logs in modern Minecraft if you want the, you know, top and bottom texture. And that annoys me. Especially when they added the log with all 6 sides covered in the bark. Like that sufficed. That sufficed. That was it for me. You know? Anyway, that's my lukewarm take. I wouldn't say it's a very hot take, but that's my lukewarm take. Man, you're just a hater. That's the first thing I see. I hate the logs, man. I hate the logs. God damn it, it pisses me off every time I have to place logs in modern Minecraft. I swear to God. All right, I ran out of torches. All right, what's everyone saying? Wait, did I just see? All right, I just went crazy. How is it even installed? It's like I mean, it's specific for beta. I have multi-MC, so my instance, you know, you can add mods to beta Minecraft, and it's pretty much the same as how you install any mod, I think. Sideways logs are cool for roofs and beams. But if you're making beams, you can just have the 6-sided logs. And if you're making roofs, you can just have the 6-sided logs for the most part. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I get it's cool. I get it. Some people, I get it's cool, but 99% of the time, I'm like, fuck. It pisses me off. It annoys me. I predicted the fan needs to come back on. Six-sided logs equal bloat? Nah. Sideways log, bloat. Stripped logs. That's bloat. That's bloat. Didn't need that. I get it. It's kind of cool. I get it. But it is kind of bloat. Every time I come up here, I worry that there's like a creeper. Because they usually hang around. Some servers don't allow transmuted blocks. Kind of sucks then. Wait, what? Some servers don't allow transmuted blocks. Kind of sucks then. I don't understand what you mean. Like beta servers? Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense, I guess. Like, it is kind of, you're duping one. You could argue it's duping one color to another color. You know, one that's hard, like a color that's hard to get. Like, you don't want to devalue brown wool, for example. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of transmutation used to, like, get blocks. Like, I only like transmutation for the crash slabs because it's like a new block you can't get otherwise, you know? Like, I don't like transmuting wool, personally, because I know I can get it another way. Like, there's a proper way to get it. That's just my opinion. I see. I just wanted, since no way there is a loader like Forge for beta. No, but there's like backports and old stuff for beta. Dude, the heat is crazy. It's 32 degrees in New Zealand today. God damn. New Zealand cooking up. It's been 40 degrees here in Australia. Today it's a bit less than that, at least where I live. I forgot to grab torches. What a fool. Wait, I grabbed all this, but I only need to finish off like the last bit. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We'll finish off the last bit. We'll figure it out. Would you consider building in Minecraft a type of 3D design? An architect that used Minecraft in his portfolio to pitch to clients and firms. I mean, if you were like really good at it, you know, like if you're really good at it and use like actual, like actual building codes and things like that. I don't know. It's kind of like when they make like the animation of like, this is what it could look like, you know? It's kind of like that. You could use it like that. I think it's a good way to, I think it could be used in that way. I don't think it's the best way. I feel like there's got to be programs out there that would do a better job of that, but yeah. I came to the realization the other day that, like, I mean, I always kind of thought this, that, you know, obviously building in Minecraft is kind of like, you know, you've got a canvas and you're kind of building, and it's kind of like, you know, it's like a painting, but 3D. And that's kind of what, like, depending on what you're building, you're kind of, like, if you're building a realistic build, you're kind of building a snapshot in time, you know, which is kind of cool to think about. But yeah, I think it could be used like that. Like, people who are really good at it and actually know, you'd have to know a lot about architecture to be able to do that. I want my real life mansion to look like my Minecraft mansion. Imagine that. What if like some really rich dude, I'm surprised Notch didn't do this. What if some really rich dude was like, okay, I want to build a mansion, but it's got to look exactly like Minecraft. Like everything was like a meter by a meter cubed. Like in the it's like in the scale of Minecraft. That would be kind of dope. That would be kind of dope. Oh my goodness. Bob Ross type shit. Yeah, facts. Now we're going to place a little happy tree. And then we're going to beat the devil out of it. And I don't mean the tree. Oh man, this is like one too far. Alright, I think we're just gonna cover it like that. That works. That works. Okay, now I need to mine this out, but I have like all this stuff on me. And I need my torches. Okay, we're gonna go back, grab torches, torch this up, and then we're gonna start mining this side. That's what we're gonna do, guys. Let's go. My school almost implemented Minecraft in my classes as a teaching device back in 3rd grade. Damn. That would have been cool. I mean, there was there's Minecraft Education Edition, right? So that's kind of what that is. I don't really know anything about Minecraft Education Edition. I've heard that it is like a little inaccurate in some places, but otherwise it's like kind of okay. I've never played it. I don't think you can play it unless you're like a teacher. I mean, I'm sure there's ways, but it's kind of interesting. All right, what is everyone's opinion on the new baby mobs? Like the baby chicken, the baby sheep, the pig, the cow, the mushroom. What is everyone's opinion? And all the wolves and the cats. What's everyone's opinion? The bunnies, the rabbits, even the adult rabbits, they got changed. Lay it on me. What's the opinion? Hell nah. I think he likes them. I have no idea what's going on with modern Minecraft, but baby mobs sound cool. Oh my god, it's real stressed. Look it up. Look it up. I haven't been keeping up at all. I'm surprised. Yeah, I guess if you don't really keep up with Minecraft, maybe it doesn't come up on your feed or anything like that. Yeah, have a look. Look it up. It's in the snapshots as well. You can play it, but they are very interesting. Essentially, they're just changing the baby mobs from being like big-headed, tiny bodies to like actual models, you know, specified models. And the chicken is literally just this tiny little cube. Looks cool. Kind of solves my earlier argument about continuity. Yeah. Like, as in, you think that they have better... I mean, like, they've gone back and looked at the old mobs, I guess. I don't know exactly what you mean. If they wanted to make them cuter, I don't understand why they didn't make them eyes bigger instead of smaller. Yeah, right? They made their eyes tiny and now they look freaky. They definitely just need the normal eyes. If they have the normal eyes, they would look fine. But they just look scary. Alright, I'm going to get a chest and put this in here so that when we need it again, we can just grab it straight away. We'll keep one of these on me just in case. And then I need sticks. The sheep especially looks weird. I agree. I think the sheep actually looks the worst out of all of them. And then I think like a lot of them just look cursed again because of the eyes. I think the cows probably look the most okay. They look the least egregious, I think. I think they fit the best. The chickens are weird though. They're literally just like one block, and he's like T-posing. The chicken is like just T-posing the whole time. Okay, so what I say, wait, we need to mine this out, so I don't need to bring this. I'm putting in torches, and then I'm mining. That's what I'm doing. Alright. When we said they look alright, fair enough. As long as I can launch them with TNT cannon, I'll be fine. The sheep especially looks weird, yeah. Yeah, I saw a post on Reddit that was like restored the eyes of them all, and that made them look a lot more normal. But yeah, I think what about the rabbit texture? They fully changed the rabbit. A lot of people say that the old rabbit texture like or model sucked. I don't know what it is. For me, it kind of does it. I kind of like it. They have made them way bigger though. Like the new rabbit texture is like ginormous. It's like half the size of the player. It's kind of back to what the old rabbits used to be like. When they first added rabbits, they were like ginormous. And then they scaled them down, and now they've scaled them back up again. Oh, torches, torches, torches. Oh, well, got really turned around there. If they overall baby mobs. Oh, if they overhaul baby mobs, they may as well add the old cow sounds back. Yeah. Well, you know how they like all the different wolves have different personalities? Why not just do that for every mob now? Just make every mob have all sorts of different personalities. I think the baby mob thing that they've done, I think they're going to make it so that you can like make baby mobs stay as babies somehow. I know that's not like a you know, a brand new idea, but I think they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that for sure. What do people think of like the drop system in general? I think it's like a lot more akin to the old way, which I don't mind. I think it's better. And I think overall you get more content, and it allows the developers to actually get, you know, focus on old things as well, fixing old things, rather than having to worry about, you know, hitting a home run on the first try with the, you know, with a new update, with a big new update. It is slightly less hype, but I think it's fine. Are they keeping the toast reference with the new rabbits? The toast reference got. I think it's. I assume it is. Yeah, the toast one just turns it like into a black and white rabbit or something, right? I assume it would be the same. I haven't checked, but I assume it would be. They updated the killer rabbit, so if they're doing that, I'm sure they would have updated the toast thing as well. The continuity / consistency. The equals the pixel size small 1-1 with the big mobs. Oh, okay. I see. I actually don't think that's entirely true because the baby cat, has like ginormous pixels compared to the regular cat. Or do you mean that the regular cat maybe has smaller pixels than it should? I don't know. Yeah, if you compare like an adult cat to a baby cat, they're completely different. So that continuity is thrown out the window, but maybe they're gonna upgrade the cat as well. I'm sure there's plenty more to come in this drop here. Got any ideas for a build on this beta 1.7.3 server I'm playing? Build. Trying to think of something actually interesting and unique. Unfortunately, my brain cannot. Build like a dwarven mine, but like if a dwarven mine was built in the future. Like a futuristic looking dwarven mine. Yeah, that would be cool. Do that. Okay. I can't remember if these line up. But we just have to mine out the wall, so it's fine. I don't even know why I bother collecting the iron. Something about it in my head is like, I just want to collect all the ores in the whole... Like, I'd love one day to be able to like compare like a before and after of the server. As like a... This is how many ores were in the area before, and this is how many are left. You know, like, this is how many have been removed. Like, take a big chunk out of the whole world. That would be cool. I'm sure there's ways you can do that. You know, it'd be pretty... You can just compare, like, the original world seed to this one. You know, the current world download, right? But I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I think renaming them to drops was kind of silly. Probably just to appease the shareholders. Yeah, I agree. I think naming them drops was dumb. I think they should have just committed to calling them updates. I think changing the numbering system, I think, although it's a little confusing at first, I think is kind of fair. I think they should keep it as, like... I think what they should have done was change it to make it be, like, 1 point... Like, they should have skipped maybe 24, 25, 26 or whatever, and gone, like, yeah, gone straight to 1.26.1. And then it's, like, 1.26 for the whole year, and then it's, like, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, right? Keep the 1 in the front. I mean, maybe that's a bit redundant, because it's just always going to be 1 point something. Maybe that's redundant. I don't know. I like my number 1. I like to know that the game has only been released 1 time. But yeah, I do think calling them drops was dumb. It just doesn't feel... It doesn't have the impact of calling it an update, you know? That is unless they decide... they decide to make, like, a major update, and they call it an update, you know? And then everyone's like, okay, damn, when they call it an update, you know it's going to be a big deal, you know? They should add something that allows the game to be beaten faster than 1.16. I don't think they should cater to the speedrunners. I think it's a speedrunner's job to beat the game as fast as possible in whatever category they want, but it's not up to the game developers to make it so that you can beat the game as fast as possible. If anything, they should make it harder to beat the game, right? That would be better for speedrunners. Make it more challenging to beat the game. Make it so that you can't beat the game very fast, right? That's my take. That being said, it is very satisfying to see speedrunners like absolutely cook a run and make it so quick. Make a giant underground facility like Half-Life 1. Is it just me, or are there loads of old sounds that are much better than now? I agree. I think a lot of the sounds in old Minecraft were way better than modern. I find it a bit too overstimulating. A lot of the new sounds, like especially when it comes to like the wolves and stuff. When they have the wolves barking, they're like, well, they have like their different sounds. I don't know. It's too much for me. I'm like, dude, just keep the simplicity, man. I don't know. I guess kids like that. They're calling updates drops now? Yeah, whammy, they are. I actually have a hard time watching video that doesn't have very old door sound. Yeah. The old door sound's iconic. I can't stand the squeaky doors. I have a better solution. Bring back the pure update. Fuck drops. I think it's the right move for them as a company and as like as a game. I think it's a good move to go back to how they were doing it with the small updates. They're probably one of the only massive games that can afford to do that, right? Have smaller updates that over time build the game. You know, obviously indie games can do that, but like bigger games, I feel like you don't maybe see that as much. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I think it's fine. I think the drops are fine. I don't like that they're called drops. But yeah, people get used to it. I think they are still like maybe once every 2 years, you know, sort of thing, gonna release a major update, you know? Like it also gives them time in the background to flesh out and make sure they're really certain about an update, you know? Because like the 1 year turnaround that they kind of put themselves into really like bit them in the ass when it came to, you know, the Caves and Cliffs debacle. You know, having to split that whole update into, like, you know, multiple updates really didn't go well down with the community, so it's kind of makes sense for them to do it that way. To be honest, the server is pretty dead, and the streamer who has it hasn't streamed in a while. I don't know if I should even bother to build on here anymore. I just can't find the motivation. What's the server? And who is the streamer? Hope it wasn't me. Nah, I didn't have my own server, so one day, I think it'd be cool to have a server that's like public for the community or something. Not right now. Either that or they do like Half-Life, cut 2 drops and use that for 1 big update and have 2 smaller updates. I don't know. I think if they do 4 small updates a year and then every 3 years or 2 years do a major update that's like, you know, like the Nether update, I think that's a lot, you know, that's a lot of content that you can get. And then you can have quality assurance that way a bit more, I think. That being said, it can be annoying when the updates that they add are just like completely, I guess, disconnected. But now I'm kind of having the thought, you know, like, if the updates weren't disconnected in the drop system, you know, and they were like open and honest about that, they were like, okay guys, for like this year we've got 4 drops, and it's basically like we're releasing a major update, but we're only going to reveal it to you over, you know, like we're gonna build the update over 4 kind of drops, right? Like, does that make sense? Like, instead of releasing the update all at once, you know, as one giant thing like the Nether update, it's like, okay, we're gonna add, you know, we're going to add some features in the first drop, and then we're going to continue the theme, you know, of this update for the next 3 drops, you know? But you guys don't get to know until, like, the next drop comes around, right? And what we're working on. That could be kind of interesting. But then it's like, if they announce, they're like, okay, we're working on the archaeology update, you know? Most people are going to be like, fuck, I don't really care too much about that, maybe. I guess it's their job to make you care, but I don't know. I don't know what's best. I do think the drops, like, right now, it's, like, hard to kind of get hype about them because they are also disconnected and all their features are disconnected and stuff. But who knows? Maybe we'll see. It could be cool to kind of, like, you know, if they were like, oh, we're going to do an end update, but it's going to be, like, we're going to work on it over the course of the year. And there's going to be 4 installments of it, basically. Like, that, I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. I don't like the new numbering system. What is this firmware 26.1? I mean, yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Like, if you look at it and think like, you got to know what the numbers mean, right? It does look silly. Like, I think if they just called it 1.26.1, obviously it doesn't follow the theme of, like, what the old update system meant. But to me, that makes it better. You have a solution? Tell me your solution. Once we get this mining done, it should be kind of smooth sailing from here. Oh, wait, I gotta do the mining on the roof as well. Crap! That's gonna take ages. Maybe slightly less time than this, though, because I have to go, like, 1, 2, 3, whereas that one I can just, like, mine the top. I spent about 3 months just building rail tunnels to the edge of the server I play on, and I've never been the same since. I mean, if you did it 3 months straight, that would affect any sane man, you know. I've been chipping away at this for a long time. Not this tunnel specifically, but like each tunnel, you know. Just when I've kind of had the feeling to. There have been tunnels that I've made out of necessity, though. Which are, like, more like the spawn ones or the community-oriented ones. That level of dedication is hard to comprehend. Okay, here's the solution. 1.22.0, major update. 1.22.1, drop 1. 1.22.2, drop 2. Any hotfixes have an underscore, and then the number hotfix. So a hotfix for 1.20.0 would be 1.22.0 underscore 1. I think that's an elegant solution. I would prefer that. I agree. I would prefer that as well. But if they really wanted the number, like the 1.20 something, to represent I don't know. If they wanted it to represent the year, like, I wouldn't care too much about that necessarily. But they, yeah, like, I guess they'd have to align it to a major update still, which is just not happening. But if they did my idea, right, where it's kind of like they go, okay, guys, we're doing the end update, right? We're doing the end update, and it's gonna come in 4 installments, and it's gonna come in 4 installments in the 4 drops, right? Then it's like, okay, everyone would be like, okay, great, 1.20. Wait, what are we on? Are we on 1.22? Whatever. It's like, okay, end update 1.23, great. End update 1.23. The whole year it's called 1.23 because we're working on the end update 1.23, whatever. And then it's like, okay, and then there's like 4 quarters of the year. That's like, you know, drop number 1 of the 1.23 update. Drop number 2 of the 1.23 update, right? Like, that works for me. I don't know. I recently started playing Minecraft Alpha. I've been having a blast so far. Nice. A lot of people have been playing Alpha. I do wish beta had enchantments, maybe. Needing special totems found in the nether or something. I always enjoy building the god tier tools in modern. That is true. I think, I mean, my favorite is just having gold, you know, be silk touch. That's like my favorite one, but I don't mind not having enchantments. I think the way enchantments are in release works. I think it's controversial, but I think it works, right? Where they're treated as a bonus. I don't think necessarily the enchanting table works. I think that's implemented poorly. But I think, like, enchantment should be a bonus, not something that you build to get necessarily the best stuff and have the best stuff forever, you know? Like, you can build it and have the best stuff, and it's like a flex, you know? It's like a huge flex to have, like, a tool that has, like, the insane stuff, but it's like you would never really use it, right? So you kind of, like, I would prefer that enchantments were just kind of, like, buffs to what you already have, you know? Like, you could mine with a pickaxe like I'm doing, or you could go get efficiency 1 and be like, yeah, that's fine. At least it's something, you know? Or in breaking 1, and you're like, okay, great, nice, I got it in breaking 1, awesome. You know, like, that's the kind of vibe that I prefer, rather than being like, oh my god, I need the perfect pickaxe, I need the perfect this, perfect that, I need the most optimal stuff. Because then when you die, right, like, if you die with like, in beta, when you die, like, if I died and lost all of this right now, I'd be like, oh, damn. Anyway, and then, you know, I'd be back in, like, 5 minutes. Not even. I'd be back, like, way quicker than that, right? Like, you can build back so quickly, and it barely affects you, right? You don't even care. Whereas in modern, like, you die with all your best stuff. It's like, oh my god, I have to spend, like, 3 hours grinding all my stuff back to where it was before I even feel like, you know, continuing my project, because, you know, if I continue my project, I know there's always like a more optimal way or a faster way that I could be doing this, right? Like, why would I work on this project if it's not the, you know, the fastest way or the most optimal way or whatever, if I don't have the best stuff to do it, right? Whereas in beta, it's just like, oh well, I got my diamond pickaxe, I'm good to go, you know? And then I think like the way enchantments fit in is like, okay, look, hey, I've got my diamond pickaxe, good to go. Let me enchant it. Okay, I got Unbreaking 1 and I got Unbreaking 2 instead of Unbreaking 1. Nice. Or, you know, I got Unbreaking 1. Cool, fine. Adds a little something, you know, just adds a little something extra to help you along the way. Makes you feel like you've got a bonus there, you know. I don't know. That's my opinion. I like the way it's implemented in earlier versions as opposed to now. I really don't like how unbalanced it is now. Oh man, people been yapping. Update, drop, drop. Repeat. Drops are doing... Wait, the drops they're doing are good, but not enough to replace updates. But if you have 2 drops that can be for small niche things so they don't have to cram them into major updates... that way all the effort on the major updates, main content getting done, and smaller things are pushed to drops. So you're saying, you'd say do an update and then, what, like 2 drops every year? So go like 1 drop in the first half of the year, 1 drop in the second half of the year. I don't know, I think this way, the 4 drops, like, it allows them to work on an update better. Maybe that's just in my head, I don't know. Bring level 50 enchantments to beta. Okay, the level 50 thing is excessive, but... mainly because it's like tied to XP. How do you feel about netherite? Netherite? I think it's fine. I think it's good because it's not necessary, you know? It's not necessary. I think it could have been cool if it had a bit more of special properties on its own without enchantments, you know? I do tend to think that things are cooler if the tool itself has the property. I don't know. I think netherite's okay. It's good enough. Part of the choke in major updates was all the smaller unrelated stuff drops. Still allow that, but not taking precious time away from the major update. I agree. I prefer having expendable tools that I can replace easily. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Your split the major update into 4 drops also works. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad you agree on that. Can you read my last message? Oh, crap. Hang on. Let me try and read it. Let me scroll up here. What was your last message? I just can't find the motivation. I read that. And I asked who the streamer was. Ninja Warrior. I asked who the streamer was. Alright, catch you later, Whammy. Thanks for coming to the stream. I think Darko was talking about something similar in his recent video. Personally, I think enchanting would work in beta if Lapis was solely used instead of XP. Example, a level 3 enchant equals 30 Lapis. Yeah. I think that would be cool. Like, actually, you have to use the resources you have. And I think that works better anyway. You have to use the resources you have to gain... oh, I have no inventory space. Yeah, you have to use the resources you have to gain, you know, just like every other aspect of the game. I think that's cool because that's way more interesting than grinding, you know, for experience, especially in beta where it would be way harder and way more boring. Like the game shouldn't be tied to mindlessly just sitting there spamming your sword to collect XP, right? You should be having to go out and collect precious minerals. Maybe depending on the mineral you put in, you know, is like gives you a chance of the enchantment you get out, right? Or like the level, right? If you put a diamond in, you get more of a chance of getting better enchantments, you know? That would be cool. And then again, that gives you more reason to go mining, right? I think that could be an interesting way to have done it. Do a major update, and that is purely on. Hang on. Do a major update that is purely on the focus of the devs to get stuff for one update done, then smaller stuff with the new wood types, the overworld biomes, and smaller stuff. Yeah. With the Q mod just save for the smaller drops, the current to major update. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Ninja Warrior, no, I couldn't see your last message, so I didn't see it. It must have been hidden by YouTube for some reason. Hey, I have a question. I play beta and alpha versions to slow down the game and have more fun, but I get bored when I start building massive buildings like you guys. Does this happen to you? Yeah, for sure. 100%. I 100% get bored sometimes of a project and want it to be over and like don't ever want to do it. I think you know, it's not realistic to think that you are going to be motivated 100% of the time to be building. I think the best thing to do is to have the thing that I find makes it like easier is to have like different projects, have multiple different projects going that you can kind of go to, and in different facets of the game as well. You know, like redstone building, you know, PvP. I mean, beta doesn't really have PvP, but you know what I mean, right? Like, try and utilize the different facets of the game to keep the game interesting. That's the way I see it. I don't think it's realistic to be 100% motivated all the time on a project. Because sometimes you sit there and you're like, wow, I don't know what to do. I don't really feel like grinding it out. That being said, sometimes I think motivation is something you can train. And this is something, you know, a lot of people talk about motivation as if it's like you either have it or you don't. But you can give yourself motivation, and you can gain motivation from other people. Like, people can give you motivation, right? External things can give you motivation. So I think motivation is something that can be trained. So sometimes if you are unmotivated on a project, if it's not too unrealistic to do, right, you can kind of work through it, right? Maybe you have to find a way to make it entertaining to work through it. I don't know. It's kind of a person by person basis, I guess. For me, like, obviously creating YouTube videos, like, that motivation comes from you guys and comes from like I guess the self expectation that I have content to put out, right? It's something I enjoy. And there are times where I'm like, wow, I really don't want to do this project. This project is boring me, or, you know, I'm unmotivated to do this project. But then I'm like, okay, but I can create. Let me see how creative I can be in the video, right? Like, how interesting or how unique can I make this video, right? And then all of a sudden it becomes exciting because I'm like, okay, I'm not just working on this project. I'm working on a different skill or a different facet of, like, I guess, I don't know, a different way of working on it, right? So, you know, obviously your you know, your motivation doesn't have to be from YouTube, but, you know, it can stem from other things, right? Yeah, I guess that's what I have to say about it. Personally, I like the slower pace of building because it's more satisfying. Yeah, I think the payoff in beta is so much higher than in modern. I think you get a personal payoff that is much greater than in modern, because it just takes a longer time, and you have a lot more time to think about it, right? You have a lot more time to kind of think about it, consider every action, and kind of go, yeah, this is the right call, this is the right decision. Or go, okay, maybe this isn't right, and you kind of come to an end result that you're okay with and happy with. I agree. Cole Power's server that is dead. It's not his fault, though. He is mostly focusing on the vintage story stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, that kind of happens. Ninja Warrior. that's something I think is like an unfortunate mindset, right? Like, especially right now with like, you know, smaller creators, beta creators and stuff coming through, creating servers and stuff. It's fun, but it's really hard to make a server that's lasting, right? Like, it's really hard. I mean, there's only really two or three, two major examples I can think of, which is like Back to Beta, which is like a private server, and Modern Beta. Modern Beta is like the most successful continuous beta server, I think. Like even more successful than like Betacraft and stuff. Like Betacraft doesn't really have as tight knit of a community as Modern Beta, as far as I'm aware. It's hard to do. It's hard to do, and you know, it can be very fun and very like, you know, unique and interesting from the get go, but then like it can fizzle out pretty quick. And then it's kind of like, you know, what's the motivation behind it? You know, for example, like what I was talking about before, like I played 1.0. I played a few days playing 1.0 and I was like having a lot of fun. It was a good grind. But I knew from the beginning that and I'm very real with myself with this stuff. I'm like, this is a 2-week thing. Like, I'm gonna be playing this for 2 weeks, and I know for a fact that this world is not gonna last for me, right? Like, sometimes you gotta be real with yourself with that stuff, right? And oh man, I was another big guy. You know, that's, to me, those servers can kind of feel like that a little bit, right? Like, and maybe it's, you know, maybe it's not the case for everyone who joins them, but you never have that assurance, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it's not Cole Pound's fault, you know. He's got lots of other things to focus on, I'm sure. Most of my builds are made of cobblestone because I have like 5 chests full of cobblestone from grinding iron, lol. Yeah, that happens in beta. I think cobblestone is probably the most collected resource I've ever had. Did you end up listening to those albums I suggested a while back? I think I started listening to a couple of them, and then I got, I guess, like burned out on music. Not from listening to your albums, because before that, I remember I was talking about listening to albums. I think that was the reason you made those suggestions. I have them written down. Don't worry, I have them written down. They're in my list to listen to. But it's like pretty much straight after that, I was like, okay, great. Like, I'm gonna listen to the albums. It's gonna be great. And then pretty soon after, I was like, okay, now it feels like a chore or a burden, and life got busy. But I'm sure one day I will. Maybe I'll get back into my music grind. Olives, I don't know how, dude. Olives listened to like 700 albums this year, or like over 1,000 albums or something this year. I don't know. It was crazy. He had like over 100,000 minutes listened to. It was like 133,000 minutes listened to on Spotify, which is insane. That was like almost 3 times what I had done, which is crazy. Oh, I know there's no pressure. Don't worry. I know. It's not that I don't want to. It's just like it's not like I've been listening to any albums, you know. I have like a list on my phone. I can't remember if I mentioned this in the other stream. I have a list on my phone to keep track of them, because the whole thing came from, like, it was inspired by Olives. He was doing it, and I was like, damn, that's a cool idea. But then I guess, I don't know, yeah, just stop listening to albums, you know. I did talk to him about it though, and he said that this was like his 3rd or 4th attempt at trying to listen to as many albums as he possibly could, and somehow it just clicked this time. So maybe it's like maybe it's something I gotta try again, and like, you know, I'll get a little more albums this time, and then try again, get a little more next time, you know. How do I feel about Katie Scott joining Mojang? She's the one who's the what's her name? She was like in EA and stuff like that, right? I don't know what they specifically said her role was gonna be in Mojang. Did they specify what her role was gonna be? because everyone's panicking that she's gonna be like this microtransactions person. I just don't think that's gonna happen. Like the community uproar of adding microtransactions to modern Minecraft, you know, modern Java, that is. Obviously, you know, Bedrock's a different story. I think the uproar would be just ridiculous, right? And I also think, you know, they didn't they unobfuscate the code. So if they added code to put in, if they added code to the game to put in microtransactions, wouldn't modders just like mod it out and everyone would download that mod? I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it. What do you think of Notch's idea to have torches die out and have to be relit around the Halloween update? I think that's a terrible idea. I think it's realistic. But I would hate to do that, personally. Like, imagine if you make a build and you've got torches all over it, and then, like, over time it just, like, gets darker and darker. I think maybe it would be cool to have that as, like, a, an option, you know? Like, in hardcore mode, that's what happens, right? That would be cool, you know? In hard mode, don't do it, but like in hardcore mode, that's part of the challenge. You've got to deal with that as well. You know, you're choosing to bring that into the game. I think torches have been this way for so long that I think I just wouldn't. Yeah, personally, I just wouldn't want to do it. I guess maybe it would make the early game harder, you know, because you've only really got torches to work with. I mean, you'd have flint and steel as well to light fires, I guess. There are other alternatives, right? You can use blocks. Certain blocks to light things up, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But I don't know, you couldn't build something like this, you know, which I kind of like. You know, there are times where I really like the way torch spam looks, or like torches in a grid look, you know. So I don't know, I'd find it pretty frustrating, but I think it would be cool to have the option, you know, make hardcore harder, because hardcore is not really that hard, right? You know, well, I guess not as hard as it could be. Maybe it is hard, I don't know. Maybe that's a naive thing to say, but... she's the bastard from EA and Ubisoft that is responsible for over-monetization. She might attack Java from different angles, maybe not milk the player base, but she might slowly push Bedrock down our throats more than it already is. If she does manage to screw over Minecraft, I'll buy PlayStation 4 because you play Legacy Console. I think, I don't know. I don't think that's the case, right? Like, I mean, I have no idea who this person is. I don't know anything about her, right? I don't know what her history is. But I imagine that, like, she got a job at Ubisoft, and then they told her what to do, right? Like, she wasn't, like, the lead developer on any of those things, right? Like, she might have been the lead developer to make them, but she might not have been the person who made the decision to put them in the game, right? She's just being told what to do. And I doubt that she's going to be told to do that at Mojang, right? That's my assumption. I don't know for sure. But that's my assumption. My favorite artist is very niche. And I mean, I look at a single TikTok that use their music on Google. Torch burnout should be a game rule. Maybe. Yeah. I usually play alpha or beta, and when I feel especially odd, I play InfDev and Classic. Yeah, I've never really spent a whole lot of time in like InDev or Classic. InfDev, I've spent a bit of time in, and alpha I've spent a bit of time in, and beta I have. But InDev, I've like barely spent any time in, and Classic even less. I would definitely like to explore those like thoroughly. I was really Poptavius, like completed in dev, which was really cool. Like he did like this massive in dev island. It was like really satisfying to see. All right, that goes in there. Gravel. I don't really need these mushrooms. I'm just gonna throw them out. All right, put this back in here, and then we should have enough to kind of. I think I left enough in that chest to make it work. Put there, put that there. Okay. Classic is quite fun. I play on a server and I've built massive hotels in pixel art. That's something fun. I think I would play Classic, but like on a server. I feel like that would be the most fun. That would be the most fun way to play Classic is with like with people. Why is Box bled? That's a great question. Julius Seizure. That is an epic name. That's a good name. That is a good name. Oh, if you have a drink, have some water, stay hydrated. Water's good. It's the sweet nectar of life. Thank you for the compliment. You're welcome. Have you played 2B2T? If so, how much? I have not, but it is definitely something I want to try. I would love to join that server and just see what all the fuss is about and see like what the deal is, you know. I would love to give it a go. Yeah, no, I've never joined it. Problem is like getting established would be so tough. Like getting any equipment, like even like I feel like I just want to explore, you know, like I wanna be just an explorer. I'll hook you up if you join. That's dope. All right, that's set, right? No take backs. Because like for me, I'm like I don't wanna. Maybe I would build if I had a group to join maybe, but like you know you gotta establish some friendships or whatever. But the main thing I'd like to do is just like explore around and see what the deal is, you know. Find things that no one else has found yet, or you know, check out old structures that used to be, you know, ruins that used to be structures. Like it's a very fascinating place to be, I think. Especially now. It's probably something I should do sooner rather than later, considering their Mojang is probably gonna fucking take that server down. They seem to be cracking down on everything and anything that's creative and free that could be that could potentially harm their image, which is dumb because it's like, come on. Like, what do you want your image to be? This cushy, freedom of speech hating corporate entity? It's not very cool. I don't build massive stuff usually because I get burned out quite easily when I do them. That's fair enough. I mean, hey, just build small things and then over time, you'll have a big world to show. I've played 2B2T. My point of advice is don't play 2B2T. I managed to get into 2B2T like once. Interesting place. Chat was a mess, but that might have changed since. Surely it couldn't have changed. That's like the whole backbone of 2B2T is how much of a mess it is. I don't really care. I don't really care for the chat. I probably wouldn't engage too much with that. I just want to see the historic things on the server. I know mine. You know, mine 1001. He used to play 2B2T. He was a part of some pretty major groups by the sounds of it. So I'm sure he's well established or well connected in some ways. Good luck on the oldest Hanaki server in Minecraft. You should make a video on it. Clickbait, spawn escape. Oh, you got to know that if I do join 2b2t, it's because I'm making a video on it. That's for sure. And the title will be Beta Minecraft YouTuber escapes 2b2t spawn. I'm kidding. Actually, I might not be. I don't know yet. That's I don't know how soon that would be on my radar at all, but one day it will happen. One day I want it to happen. Could be fun to join with people as well, like some of my friends on this server, you know. Try and all survive together. Could be fun. I'm an active and rich player. Yeah, Eula was just changed officially. Officially, quote unquote, yeah. I'm glad that you're a rich player. That's good to know. I'll have to yeah, I'll have to get in contact with you if I do join. Are there like major YouTubers who like consistently make content on 2b2t? The only one I know of is like FitMC and Salsy1. They're like the only people I've seen make content on 2b2t. Otherwise, I haven't really looked into it, you know, from a player standpoint. But like, surely there's like streamers or like, you know, people who make 2b2t content, because I'm sure those guys can't fill that void enough for the people who want to see it, you know. What up? Welcome to the stream. Living on the edge with half a heart. Yeah, I've been on half a heart for like an hour, I think. It's the way to go, man. Just living life on the edge. It's a great experience to find old bases. Or some of the really cool mixed version chunks generate. Yeah, that would be cool to see, like super old generation mixed with the new stuff. If you get on, like, damn, I got some people in chat that can hook me up. That's good to know. Maybe maybe if and when I decide to do it, which, just want to be clear, probably won't be soon, because we've got the second season of Back to Beta coming up, and that's going to take up a lot of my time. But potentially sometime this year, you know, I'll put out a community post or a call to action. Unless you send me a message on Discord, and then I'll be able to remember and message you directly. Otherwise, I don't have your contact. Because I'd definitely like to do that. Some kids, let's go. I'm tempted to buy a PlayStation 4 anyway. I have a PlayStation 5. It's in my living room, and I'd be competing with my dad to get it. PlayStation 5 is 780D. So having all my PCs games are PS4 anyway. I used to have, I think I still have it somewhere. Like my brother used to be very into PlayStation. So we've got the 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there's a few games I've played on there. But I'm a very, like, there's different types of gamers out there, you know. Like my brother and I are very different. He likes to play lots of different games. And only kind of just experience them. When I play a game, I'm like, I wanna get sucked in and know every facet of this game, you know. I wanna know every aspect of this game and complete it all, you know. It's probably why Minecraft is such a draw, is because it's like you can't really complete it. So I'm like, I'm just forever trying to complete the game, man. There's no end. Notch end to make an end to the game, so I can be free. But yeah, Sal not so much. But there's no other creators. A little unrelated, but I have a rule with myself and my art to never open commission or monetize. Why? The moment money is introduced, pressure rises. Art to me is a fun hobby. That's fair enough. And that's like a mindset thing as well. Like, I think some people it's very easy to put that pressure on yourself, you know, and make it like, oh my god, this hobby has become a job, you know. You've got to be in control of it for sure. That's cool you do art though. I'm a big fan of art. I don't like, okay, when I say big fan of art, I don't mean like I know, you know, the ins and outs of artists and stuff, but I mean like I can appreciate, you know, when I see art, I'm like, yes, very cool, that's art. I mod for smaller guys. Ah, cool. Mostly base hunting. Oh yeah, cool. I think base hunting's cool. I can get around like people who do that. Mid-sized streamers are the best anyway. Yeah, you can actually have like a proper interaction with them, you know. Once people get too big, it's like, damn, it's hard to have that community. Because it's hard to like relate to everyone, you know, and hard to cater for everyone. Once you get too big, it's like, you know, you can't please everyone with what you do, which is tough, I imagine. Break. Fast Vincent was on earlier today. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Sounds like he's probably fast and his name's Vincent. How soon will season 2 be coming? Very soon. Very, very soon. Very, very soon. You would have missed it at the start of the stream, Lukey. This might be my last back to beta stream. That's how soon it is. That's how soon it is. All right. I came from console, but now I'm mostly a PC gamer. That's pretty much me. Like when I was super young, I used to play a lot of well, I used to play PlayStation 2. I used to watch a lot of PlayStation 2. I used to watch my brother play a lot of PlayStation, actually. And then we got well, then Minecraft, man. Minecraft came along. Actually, I guess Club Penguin. Club Penguin and Minecraft. Fame does wild things to people. Be careful with it, Blair. If you keep growing rapidly. Hey, I won't change. I'm pretty sure of myself, I would say. I'm genuinely not worried about it. Like I just don't think it would register at all, you know. I'm just me. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. Don't worry. I feel like the fame stuff is like, I feel like it affects people when they have nothing else going on, you know? A lot of the time. Like, if their whole life is geared towards this one thing, and they get rapidly famous, like, it's pretty, I don't know. It can definitely, I can see how it could go to someone's head, right? For me, it's like, I've got other things going on, you know, so I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't want it to go to my head, you know? I got other things going on. I feel like it could also maybe go hand in hand with, I guess, the pressure thing, especially if people like know who you are in like real life, I guess. This and my real life are very separate. Oops. Are we gonna have enough to get there? Frick, not if I keep doing that. Where is Back to Beta hosted? Back to Beta is hosted in the US. So that's why when I break blocks, it's like a little bit like delayed. But that's just best for the majority of the people. As an Australian, I must sacrifice as the minority. But it's not too bad. I'm pretty used to it. Honestly, when I play like single player, it's so jarring how quickly like chests open and things like that. I'm like so not used to good ping anymore. It's funny as. Oh my god, we're so close. Surely we make it. We have to make it, right? Yeah. Bang! Let's go! With only a few blocks to spare. Ideal. I'm the proud owner of Wii U. As a matter of fact, it's my most used console. Nice. Speaking of, more Farlands are cancelled? Yeah, dude, Farlands are cancelled. It's on hold right now. It's on hold. But we will bring it back. We will be bringing it back, and we will bring it back consistently. It just hasn't fit in, you know? I think we also need, like, we need more to talk about. You know, sometimes there's not enough happening. So it's like, what do we talk about? And, like, I feel like podcasts and stuff, people who do like live podcasts. I never really watch or listen to too many podcasts, but like the ones I do listen to are people that like they're real life people that you know. So like a lot of the time they can draw from like what they're talking about in their day-to-day life, or like what they're doing in their day-to-day life. I don't really want to talk about my day-to-day life, you know. That's not what I really want to be doing. So it can be hard, especially when we're like Minecraft. When there's Minecraft news and Minecraft related things, it's easy to talk about. But sometimes it's tough. We need more questions. We need more engagement. People need to ask more questions in the comments, you know? That's what makes it easy when you got a lot to talk about. But it's one of those, like, Farlands are cancelled. It's one of those side projects that we really don't want to, like, neither of us want it to be a burden to do. Like, we want it to be easy, just like we sit down, we do, slap it on there, done. Just like an extra side project, because it's something we both want to do. We both want to walk to the Farlands. The podcast is fun. I think, we would never want it to become like a burden and impact on like the other stuff we do, you know? So, but it will be coming. It will be coming. I can't tell you when, but there will be more. I've had people tell me I live in the past because I use iPod, play older games, and have lots of CDs. There's like an aspect to... How did I miss this? There's like an aspect to like enjoying old stuff like that is like good, and personally I think so. It's good, but then there's an aspect that I'm like, you've got to also keep up to date with the times, you know? For example, I know somebody who their whole job, they're like 60, and their whole job is like Excel. Like their whole job is Excel. But they are stuck in the past when Excel like first came out, and they refuse to like upgrade or do anything new or whatever, like learn the new shortcuts and whatever. And to me, I'm like, that's just annoying. Your job is, you get paid shitloads of money to do this job, and you do it the least efficient way possible. Like that annoys me. So I'm like, you know, in a way you got to keep up to date. You know, I don't like it when I feel like our generation might be a bit different in this. You know, like I think we will be better at keeping up to date with technology, uh, better than like our grandparents, for example. Just because we kind of have that foundational technological knowledge and mindset, I guess, that they didn't have. You know, like technology grew and changed so quickly in their lives that yeah, it's not surprising that it was tough for them, right? Um, but yeah, I don't think it should be completely ignored. Why am I not moving? And go. Thank you. I guess it's accurate in a way. I even skimmed my PC. When's it Vista? Need more rage bait in the comments. Facts. We literally do. We need people to rage bait us and get us like riled up about something to talk about. If that is the best thing. That like I could both Ryan and I could talk about things that piss us off for like 3 hours straight. You know, like that's the easiest kind of content to make in a podcast form for sure. Vegemite versus Marmite. What's your take? All right, I may be Australian, but Marmite's better, bro. Marmite's better. Vegemite's just that little bit too bitter for me, you know? Marmite's better. Yes, Marmite on top. Yeah. W moment. Everyone's happy with that. I'm glad. I do like Vegemite though. It's fine. The problem a lot of people make with it is that you put way too much on. You know, that's why like people hate it because it's like they slather it on like it's I don't know, like it's going out of style. It's an acquired taste and you just have a little bit, right? You just have a little bit. What's my favorite console? Probably PlayStation 2 because it's got some of my favorite games on it. I don't know, probably just PlayStation. I've never really played that much on Xbox or anything like that. PlayStation's always been my kind of more go-to, I guess. Join the Kiwi family. Gotta keep it light. Vegemite was my childhood brekkie. Yeah. Okay, so I don't need these anymore. I still need cobblestone because I'm going to be mining the walls now. How long have we been streaming? Like 2.5 hours. Crap. Alright. I'm going to need another pickaxe for sure. Favorite PlayStation 2 game? I mean, Star Wars. Lego Star Wars for sure. Lego Star Wars for sure. It's like not even a question. That's just childhood incarnate right there. A little goes a long way with the Vegemite Marmite. Americans get it wrong and treat it like Nutella. Exactly, they do. Gran Turismo 3 is better? Nah. I actually don't know if I played that. I know there was like Midnight Club 3 was on there. That was a good game. Or like, oh, you know what? Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank, those are goated games. Those are goated games. Can't ignore Ratchet and Clank. I'm getting like some frames. Hang on, I'm gonna log out and log back in real quick. Just restart my instance. Now the Ace Combat games on PS2. All right, we're back in. Blink. Oh, you can't see me. There we go. I saw an American YouTuber that got sent Vegemite from an Australian fan. This American YouTuber put a slab of Vegemite as thick as a coin, as if it was Nutella. Yeah, see, that's the problem, man. That's the problem. They think it's, yeah, they think it's Nutella, and that's just not how you eat. That's not how you eat it. It's not how you eat it at all. I think Marmite slash Vegemite and cheese is like the ultimate combo. That's like the ultimate little toast combo, I think. Like just a bit of cut cheese on there. So good. So good. Speaking of, now I'm hungry. Damn, I need some food. Marmite and cheese? Heaven sent. Yes. Facts. Luke gets it. I also like luncheon sausage. Luncheon sausage? Could I get some luncheon sausage? That's a goated. It's a goated thing. Oh, I forgot the torches. Frick. All right, I'm gonna have to continue those. We call it Devon here. Yeah, we call it Devon here. In New Zealand, they call it luncheon sausage. Yeah, it's Devon. Luncheon sausages in New Devon is a bologna for you Americans. Wait, do they call it bologna over there? That's crazy. They just love calling things wrong, man. Luncheon sausage and sauce. Like Devon and tomato sauce. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Like rolled up. Hell yeah. Why do Americans eat like they have free healthcare? Because they're uneducated. I'm kidding. Not all Americans are uneducated. It's like why do you know, why do people who are poor have babies more on average? They're uneducated. Can't afford the education, maybe. When you're uneducated, you don't know. What you don't know, you don't know, you know? You don't know what you don't know. Not their fault. I used to live in the outback, and we would occasionally wait at a train crossing for like 10 minutes waiting for a coal train longer than the East Coast to pass. That's crazy. I think that's like one of the biggest trains in the world. Like continuous trains can happen in Australia because we have just such a big flat open space we can do it. Sigma stream. I always laugh at those videos when they ask where a continent is. Oh, right. Sorry, I can't read. Where a continent is like, because then for Australians are the same. Surely we couldn't be. I think the average Australian is pretty aware of where places are in the world. We definitely could take, because I've actually had this conversation with like a few Americans now. Like the American mindset is very much like America is king. Like, why would you look outside America to look for something, right? Like, America is best, right? There's no reason to consider anywhere else. Whereas, like, every other country in the world doesn't have that mindset. We're very much like, hey, let's you know, let's look at what other countries are doing and compare them to us, sort of thing, right? In like a constructive way. So I feel like we're just like, I don't know, we're naturally just that little bit more glued into it, I guess. Maybe that's a naive thing to say, but I don't know. That's just how I feel. Just how I feel, guys. I'm no expert. I'm just a guy, okay? I'm just a guy. I don't know anything about anything. Crap. All I know is place block wrong. Fix block. Continue. Frack. Speak of the devil. Wait, you from Australia? Yes, sir. Oh boy, can't wait to see you on 2B. I saw a post that the US isn't the first world country, it's 53rd world countries with a military the budget the size of Earth. I mean, maybe. I feel like I think some people in certain states in America probably live worse quality lives than people in third world countries. Definitely mindset wise, they probably would. Like people in a lot of people in third world countries probably live like very optimistically, you know? Whereas like in our first world countries, when things aren't going well, it's like the pessimistic view is very, very obvious. Yo, random question. Thoughts on milk? Sorry, I got distracted by this, Mr. Walrus. I'll be back. King said, thoughts on milk? Milk is the best drink, okay? Aside from water, which is like the nectar of life, milk is the best drink, okay? I will drink milk, like milk in a, like on its own as part of lunch, you know, like that every day. Milk is like the best drink. It's got everything. It's so good for you. Big fan of milk. If I was lactose intolerant, I would be very upset. But I'm not, so it's good. Okay. Random question. What's my monitor? My monitor is a... I don't know what my monitor is. I forget. What the heck just happened there? I have it written down somewhere. What is my monitor? I don't know. It's a Samsung of some kind. But I don't remember the actual specs of the monitor. It's been maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years since I got it, so I can't actually remember the exact specs. I'm not the kind of person to memorize that sort of stuff, unfortunately, so sorry. Sorry I couldn't answer your question. A glass of milk a day keeps the lactose intolerance away. That is a fear of mine, is that if I ever stopped drinking milk, I would become lactose intolerant and I would want to die. So I must drink milk every day for the rest of my life to ensure that doesn't happen. Milk is peak. I put it in S tier with water and Pepsi Max. Yeah, I'm not a big soft drink person, but that's that's fair. I think water and milk are like the 2 S tier drinks. There's nothing that even comes close to them for me. I drink a liter at work almost every shift. I get to eat my lunch on the job while everyone else is hungry. Nice, dude. A liter of milk every day? Damn. Alright, we've made some pretty good headway today. I'd say we've succeeded in creating this tunnel. The limiting factor here is that I am getting very, very hungry. And I need food. I should clarify, this is not a daily shift job. Oh, okay. In that case, fair enough. Water is weird. It changes taste. It will taste good at the start of the glass and end. It tastes eh. I mean, yeah, it depends how thirsty you are, and it depends where you get your water from. But yeah, water, there is good and bad water. Water never tastes better than when you're like thirsty, or like dehydrated, and it's like first thing in the morning, or like you've done some exercise or something, and then you need water. Are you a graphite plus enriched uranium or heavy water plus natural uranium kind of guy? I like my water without uranium. You know what I hate? Sparkling water. Terrible. Sparkling water is off water, guys. If you like sparkling water, oh, are you kidding? The sparkling water got me, man. The sparkling water got me. Sparkling water is terrible. Okay. It's the worst of all the waters. I should get a minecart. There's minecarts there. You couldn't force me to drink sparkling water, man. You fuck with sparkling water? That's crazy, dude. It's like off water, man. Just add lemon juice to sparkling water, make lemonade. Don't drink it straight. Like, lemonade's fine. I can take lemonade. But sparkling water? Nah, dude. It's like way worse water. Carbonated milk? Now, that's something I've never tried, but that does also sound terrible. I'm also not a big fan of, like, ice in my water either. I don't like water too cold. I don't like it too hot. Just give me that good classic, perfect water. Maybe slightly colder than room temperature, you know? Potion of instant spoiled milk. Thoughts on rod wave? What the heck is that? I got no idea what that is. The only time I drink sparkling water is if I have acid reflux at work and I don't have a reflux tablet. The only time I drink carbonated water would be if it had alcohol in it. Damn, we made some good headway here, guys. Look at the look at the blocks floating out there. That's funny. Get me out of this. Okay, good. Where do we fall? Here? We survived a pretty long time on half a heart there. Kind of forgot I was on half a heart. How do you guys, like, order your inventory? I pretty much do the same thing every time. Where's the hole? It's funny because I feel like logically the sword should be here and then it should go sword, pickaxe, shovel, axe, right? Because these are like the breaking blocks. This is your attacking, right? But for some reason, my whole life I've always done pickaxe, sword, shovel, axe, like, or like axe, shovel. These can be interchangeable. And then when I'm not using these, like, one of them will be up here. I don't know. What's the creepiest thing I've seen in old Minecraft? To be honest, it feels like the back room. The creepiest thing I've seen is your mom. I don't know. I've never... All those creepy things people talk about, I feel like I've never really had, you know? Like the feeling of loneliness, you know, that's like the creepiest kind of thing that you get, that I get, you know, that feeling of being alone, which I don't really get anymore because I play on a server with friends, so I don't really feel alone that much, even when I am alone, like right now. All right, what's everyone saying? What's their go-to? Sword, pickaxe, axe, shovel, integrated mine. Yep, fair enough. I understand that one. I don't organize my inventory, just hotbar because I use middle click. When you middle click... Wait, what? Middle click? But when you middle click, it doesn't take you to your pickaxe. Real talk though, Arizona is the greatest drinks out there. Never heard of it. For as long as I can remember, I've done pickaxe, shovel, axe, sword. That's an interesting one. I've never seen people do that, but fair enough. Your mom joke at the Big 26 is wild. Maybe the meme reset is working. I've seen people, I think the weirdest one, I've seen people put them like here on this side, which like in some ways kind of makes sense because like when you shift click, they can come down here like from like a chest or something. I think they start from here. But I don't condone that one. I think that one's the worst one. I think we can all agree that it's the worst one. My favorite dinosaur? Like a plesiosaur. Like the ones with the long neck. Is that what the plesiosaur is? Wait. I think it's... I can't think of... I think it's maybe a plesiosaur. The ones with the really long necks. I like those ones. They're funny. They're like dinosaur giraffes. Yo, it's Monkster. Welcome to the stream, man. What's going on, man? I appreciate the compliment. Finally managed to catch a box player stream. Yes, welcome, welcome. It feels as though some of the Americans are waking up. We had Americans falling asleep, and now we've got Americans waking up. Pickaxe, sword, axe, shovel, shears, bucket. Wait, you really packed the inventory. I usually carry a bucket, shears less so, but a lot of the time, like, I'll have pickaxe, sword, shovel, and then any other excess ones I'll have up here. Or, like, the shovel might be an axe or something, but any of the excess ones I'll have up here, and I'll, like, switch them out. Because I don't like this being too full. I like having as much space here as possible. Sword on the far right, pickaxe in the middle, axe in the far left, shovel in slot 7. Wrong. Oh, Monster said it's 2 AM. Never mind. He's just staying up late. I've been thinking about how back to beta isn't representing enough of the represented groups. Why are all the skins white, for example? Sure, we have someone with black skin in there. ZX kind of has black skin. I don't know if it's skin. Eggfing, I mean, he's got a white face, I guess. Yeah, maybe we need some more representation. Some more back to beta representation. Oh. Hotbar is organized sword, axe, silk pick, shovel. Normal pick is in the first slot of my inventory, and the rest is a mess because I don't care. Middle kick to pick block. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I understand that. Pick blocking to build. Yeah, I understand that. Sergeant Doom. Also, I saw that you said you missed my message. I saw that. That's why I went back. I just placed that. Plesiosaur is the long neck that swims and has flippers. The land long necks are sauropods. Ah. Okay, my bad. I got them mixed up. I'm rusty on my dinosaur knowledge. It's been a while since I've been in the dinosaur phase, you know. Yeah, I like sauropods then. Wait, is that what you said? Sauropods, yeah. I like those guys. The long-necked ones. The longer the neck, the better. We need to work on this. Monster really wants to make sure there's diversity in back to beta. That's so strange, Monster, because I distinctly remember one Christmas when Ryan and I were trying to, create some representation and make Black Santa. You seem to get rid of it, so that's, that's super weird, man. I'm kidding. Hey, we got girls now, okay? We got girls in there. It's one step at a time, okay? You know, the feminist movement was accomplished before, I think women got rights before the blacks, right? So, we're one step at a time. You need more bogan Australians. Also, every 2 members we already have should have 1 Indian. Why would we need an Indian when you can just give us a little Indian accent, right? Just make one for us. DEIs for back to beta is crazy. We should get some Jewish people so that they can clear things up. Where's my fellow Antarctican representation? Because that's what's thoughts on Epstein blocks? I don't know any. Quite frankly, I don't know anything about the guy. That creep. I don't know anything about that guy. He's a creep, and we should probably stop talking about him and all his friends. I mean, I don't know. He's a creep. I don't know anything about him. I think the Epstein files are nuts. I mean, why would they bother even releasing it, quote unquote, when it's just blank pages? Sounds kind of crazy. Not my country, so. I just got back. What the fuck is going on? We're still doing the same thing as probably when the last time you saw, but we're just adding more things. Pepper transitioned? Wait, what? Wait, what? Hotbar is organized. Shovel, bucket, potion of turtle master, wax lightly weathered copper cut copper stairs, golden pickaxe, poisonous potato, cobblestone. Now that is a hotbar. That is a hotbar. All right. No one can beat that hotbar. Okay, that's the hotbar of the century. You've got everything you need. You've got everything you need. That's crazy, man. See, now we got real gamers in the chat. Yeah, ones who know how to organize a hotbar. Trump accent is spot on. Quite frankly, I think you're all gay. I don't think that. Donald Trump thinks that, guys. Not me. I didn't say that. Box player attempt an Indian accent when? I don't think I could do an Indian accent. I think that would be difficult. I'm too white. It's tough for me, guys. The key to a Donald Trump accent, I feel, and I wouldn't say I'm amazing at a Donald Trump accent, by the way, but the key to a Donald Trump accent is to actually, like, you have to let go, and you have to actually do the hand motions and purse your lips. You know, you gotta become the guy. You gotta be the Donald Trump. Apparently my voice has 100% chance of setting off people's gaydars. I could be the token gay character. The list doesn't have just Americans on it, lol. Ned Kelly. Ned Kelly on the... Damn, Ned Kelly on the Epstein list? No! He was a national hero. Oh, man. That's crazy. Next you're gonna say Captain Cook was on the list. Boxlayer, will you come to my bar? Only if I get free drinks. And only if there's babes. My friends want me to go outside. See you later. Oh man, your friends suck. No, I'm kidding. Enjoy being outside. I'm gonna enjoy being inside for a little longer. I don't use netherite in my modern world. I have full netherite set, but I use diamond. The only netherite item I main daily is my silk pickaxe. Why? It's visually different from any other pickaxe. And I use silk pickaxe more, so the durability benefit. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I kind of get it why people don't use netherite. I think aesthetically speaking, I like diamond better, and that might be just because, you know, nostalgia, or like, you know, just preference because of the years of playing the game, you know. I don't know. I'm mostly indifferent to netherite, if I'm honest. I have no qualms for or against it. I think design-wise, I like diamond better. It looks cooler, in my opinion. Oh, your bar mitzvah. Point still stands. Only if there's free drinks and babes. Oh my god. It's pissing down outside. It's currently just overcast where I am, so it's not too bad. Are we almost there? Fuck, we're like, can't even see the end. Oh my god, I thought we'd be able to see it by now. There would not be babes at my bar mitzvah? What's the point then? What's even the point? Box, when are you going to be Jarl on VS server? Oh, on Vintage Story. I was planning on doing that. Box with my password immediately got it 5 seconds later. So whenever he remembers, probably. No, Monster, it's fixed now. It's fixed. Coal Powered fixed it for me. So the reason, like, so the last stream that they did, Monster and Coal Power and stuff, the last stream, I was there, but, and I was planning on being on, but, I couldn't log in. And update the game. But Coal Powered sent me the installer to like update the game, so now I can actually play it. So whenever there's time, I'm not sure when, because Back to Beta Season 2 is coming up real soon, and that's gonna take away a bit of my focus. But maybe once that settles down, you know, the excitement of the beginning all settles down, everything kind of becomes into a bit of a rhythm again, then probably then. But I do want to be the Jarl. I want to be the guy. I want to tell everyone what to do, even though I actually have zero clue about anything to do with the game. I literally have no idea what the hell's going on. But I'm going to give it a crack. I'm going to give it a go. I enjoy more laid back, unedited alpha content you do, Mong. Hell yeah. I enjoy his content too. And I ran out of mossy cobblestone. I'll put this there. Where is this tunnel to? This tunnel goes from my base, which is over there, all the way to Ryan's place, which is over there. So it's quite a long tunnel. And literally no one is ever going to ride this rail. But I think it's cool. Be ready for the Kaio duel at the end of the Vintage Story session. Trust me, there will be one. Okay. I have no idea what that means, but my god, will I do it. Or I'll be there, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'm participating, but my god, I'll be there. Is there a way to play other versions of Minecraft? Because I can't get my Minecraft launcher... Wait, what? Can't get it on my Minecraft launcher. It won't let me. If you can't see it in your Minecraft launcher, you have to go into your settings and actually select legacy, like, versions. But yeah, the best way is Betacraft, probably, if you just want to, like, simply check them out. But there's plenty of ways. But yeah, Betacraft is probably the easiest way. Alright, we'll convene later about which specific groups we should represent in Season 2 later. I agree. We'll get to that. Kyo fights... Is it Kyo or Kaio? Fights everyone, so you'll probably fight with him. Well, he's gonna go down, okay? Because as somebody who's literally never played the game and doesn't know anything about the combat, my god, am I gonna win. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna quickly take a piss break. You guys all stretch your legs, have a drink. Alright? And I'll be right back. I'm gonna be right back. I'm back. I'm back. Amongst two, will the dwarves have representation in season 2? Hey, we got short people. We got short people. We got Ryan. He's short. Actually, I think he's kind of tall. I don't know. Alright, my plan is to finish this wall. And then, how much further is this? I mean, this is far away, right? How far? Oh my god. Okay, this might not be realistic. This might not be realistic. He has short energy, yeah. Alright, I think I might have to end the stream. It's been like 3 hours. But we made some huge progress. I mean, this took ages, so... Actually, I don't really need to go anywhere, because I'm going to just come straight back here and do this another time. Where am I? I just got super turned around. Wait, which way is the right way? Wait. Huh? Wait. Where do I go? Wait. Oh, right here. Okay, thank God. I know where I am. Make the stream go on for ages. It's the final Back to Beta stream of season 1. That's kind of true. That's kind of true. I mean, 3 hours is kind of a long time. Okay, you know what? Let's get to the 3-hour mark. All right, let's get to the 3-hour mark. I do have to get some food, though, because I'm actually starving, so... We can't do this forever, guys. We can't do this forever. Let's make it 4. God damn, you twist my arm. No, I'm kidding. I can't do 4. I can't do 4. That would be crazy. Go get some Vegemite and cheese and some toast on eat it on stream. I'm actually thinking of ordering some Indian. I'm a big fan of the butter chicken that they have at the local Indian shop. Okay, Sergeant Doom, you're banned. You're banned now for that terrible, terrible joke. Mods, ban them. Just kidding, I have no mods. I don't even know how to make mods. But one day I might have to. Say I'm sorry. Sorry's not gonna get it. You're done. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, you're cool. You get at least 1 strike. What am I building? I'm building a railway. Or I'm decorating a railway. So, I can be your first mod? Maybe. Maybe. You are pretty loyal. You're a loyal goon. I don't think I need any mods right now. But if the day comes that I need a mod, I'll think of you first. I also just like small streamers. It's easy to feel connected with the community when it's small. I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, like if you're watching a big streamer and the chat is just like flying by, like that is just so lame. Because then it's like, first of all, you can't chat with the streamer, but then second of all, you can't chat with people in chat. Like, that's one of the best things, is, like, sometimes I'll, like, turn away and I'm, like, just kind of zoning out and doing something, and I turn back, and there's, like, this whole conversation that I'm not a part of, which is hilarious. Order Indian now and eat it on stream. if I order Indian now, I definitely won't be eating it on stream. But you're right, I probably should order it as soon as possible. Hang on. I'll order it now. I'm gonna order it now. I'm gonna get some butter chicken. I just saw Monster wrote in the private section of the Back to Beta Discord. Back to Beta isn't diverse enough. We need more minorities in here. That is hilarious. Okay, small rice. Give me that. Butter chicken. Give me that. Go to checkout. I'm gonna get them to bring it to me. Because I'm lazy. Order Indian now, eat it on stream, or pause the stream and eat it and come back. You really want this stream to go on forever, don't you? I just don't have the social energy. At a certain point, my body's gonna give out. I do really want to... I see the end. Okay, we're getting to the end, guys. We're getting to that wall. I was literally just about to say, we're gonna get to the end. I've got reinvigorated energy. We're 3 hours in. We've officially hit the 3-hour mark of the stream. Hey man, are you planning on streaming from Modern Beta? I actually do have plans to go back onto Modern Beta. I have an idea that I would really love to do. And I would love to stream more on there too, like during the events and stuff. But the problem is the events are always like first thing in the morning. And like I can't make them, or like the first thing on a morning on a day I can't make, which sucks because like I would love to just be a part of like the events all the time and stream them all the time, but I'm just like never able to. It's so much fun. All the events I've done on Modern Beta have just been so much fun. So yes, I do have plans to, and I would love to. But I need to actually be a bit more involved in the community as well. I think part of the problem is like I have my notifications turned off and I don't check it as rigorously as I should. So like when an event does get posted, I need to check every day to see if an event has been posted, you know? And another problem is like when the events get posted, like there's only so many slots for like participants and stuff. And like the events get posted often when I'm asleep. So like by the time I wake up, it's like, oh, all the positions are full, so you can't join. Or it's like a doubles thing and I need to find a partner anyway, and it's like, oh man, it's like it's just tough. But yeah, I do really want to. I do really want to. I enjoy that community a lot. I need to get a bit more involved there, I think. How much durability? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more durability. Lords. We've broken 2 pickaxes today because I wasn't paying attention. I want to save them. I want to save as many as possible because it's fun. I have double chests and double chests of pickaxes and swords and diamond stuff. It's fun. Alright, what's everyone saying? Doctor, please, I got nothing to do with my... my power is gone. What happened to your power? What do you mean? I guess, but like the guy needs rest. Oh, that's me. I'm the guy. I like to think Herobrine is real. Yeah. When I was younger, I really wanted him to be real. It's a fun thing to think about. You know, the idea of Herobrine is fun. I think the idea of Herobrine is more fun than him actually being in the game. You know? The idea of him being in the game is more fun than him actually being in the game. That being said, I feel like there should be like there should be an Easter egg for Herobrine in the game. I'm amazed that there isn't. Like in Halloween or something, you know. But like they shouldn't tell anyone, you know. Make it like a super secret thing. Although now that we have like we got people who find out this stuff instantly and it gets spread really instantly. There's no secrets anymore. I got smacked by a bad storm and it killed my power. I'm watching this in 480p to save my data. Oh my god, that's crazy. Ooh, I'm having a roast pork for dinner. That doesn't sound too bad. Roast pork? It's like bacon, but roasted. Herobrine still freaks me out to this day. Because the idea that I'm being watched scares the shit out of me. Yeah, I think it's like it's so much easier to think about that like in a single player world. Kind of like what we were talking about, that lonely feeling. Like that's so obvious in a single player world, which I quite like. That feeling of like this whole world is empty and you're the only person in it. Like that's such a cool feeling. Nothing over playing Minecraft with your friends, but it's a cool feeling. And that's where like Herobrine kind of slots in, you know. It's almost like a hallucination. It's like, oh my god, what if there was another person, but what if they were bad? I remember believing the Herobrine was Notch's dead brother meme. Like an idiot. I hate my dad's roast. He makes the meat bland and dry and it's depressing. I'd rather eat a well done steak. Hey, but is it free? Free food is good food. One day you might grow to miss that, you know? You might grow to miss that steak or that pork. You'll think back and go, damn, what I wouldn't do to have my dad's terrible pork cooking. Maybe that helps it taste better today. Thinking about that. Damn, I really miss my dad's dry pork roast. Yeah, exactly. You might. You never know, man. You never know. Alright, we're truly on the home stretch now with this project for me, which is nice. One more side of just the cobblestoning. And then all I need to do is place in the mossy cobblestone and then torch glass. And then it's done. What a project. Do you guys want to see where it actually ends up? Because I don't think we've shown the end up. This is where it ends up over here. I also wish the farlands were in bedrock. Fair enough. You guys have the striped lands, which is like way worse. This is where it ends up. So you kind of come out here and then you walk up here and this is like the train station. And this rail goes all the way to the Christmas area. There's Eggfing's place. Is that Eggfing's? I think so. And then here's Ryan's village area. Back here. Very cool, very cool. Alright, let's ride this rail back. There's also a rail, I also made this one to the shopping district. It's like the metro rail. So yeah. Alright, let's ride this rail. I'm gonna read chat while we ride this rail back. Maybe I might turn the pork into a cheese toasted sandwich. I have some American crafted cheese. Yeah, like cut it up. That's the best way to go. Cut it up. Add some like condiments to it. Put some salt on it. And you'll be chilling. You'll be chilling. I like pork. It tastes like chicken. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think as far as meats go, I mean, it depends how it's prepared for me. Like, you can have bad chicken, but you can also have really good chicken. Like a butter chicken curry, like I'm about to have. I think for me, like anything tastes good in a curry. Like I will have anything in a curry probably. I'm a big fan of that. Oh, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of like steak on its own, although it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Depends how it's prepared. It's all dependent. It's all dependent. Roast meat sucks, but the leftovers are the only saving grace of the concept. Like, bro, why am I being force-fed caveman shit with bland dry meat and toasted carrots? Man, this guy hates his food. I wish Minecraft Java Edition could be on console instead of PC. Yeah, I think a lot of Bedrock players would wish that. Yeah, Bedrock Java is definitely superior. I mean, I find Bedrock quite unbearable to play. Even just down to the look of the game and the movement. Like those two simple things are just so different to me in Java that I don't know. Can't handle it, man. Oh, hang on. I better leave this minecart here. Boop, boop, boop. The only thing I don't like about Bedrock is the cauldrons. The only things, oh, sorry, the only things I like about Bedrock are the cauldrons, crossplay, and the game being more vibrant and less dead and dry like Java. I disagree with that. Two things. First of all, dead and dry, like vibrant, like the vibrant visuals are like cool, but you can get shaders in Java Minecraft for free. I think the like yeah, I don't think that argument holds up for me. Um, Cauldrons, I could take or leave cauldrons. I don't really care too much about being able to dye water. I think it's cool that you can make potions out of them though, right? I mean that's cool. That's cool. That's all I have to say. Those are the things. Those are my two things. Okay, let me put this cobblestone away. Probably need to go up here. Zerp. Blurp. Keep that on me. I don't know where the rest of my stuff is. In here. I don't need it right now. Put that with the rest of my crafting tables. Get some more of that. Restock. Alright, let's have a sleep. Alright, I'm talking about unvibrant visual shaders. The plain graphics, Java is dead and dry in colors. The Bedrock is more vibrant in the color. I disagree. I feel like the Bedrock visuals are so like muted and like plastic looking. It looks fake to me. I completely disagree with that. I feel like it has so much less life. That's my opinion. Vibrant visuals kind of suck. I think the idea was great, but the current implementation is terrible. Yeah, I think they need to work on it for sure. I think they need to work on it for sure. All right, my Indians here. It's time to go. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Thanks for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Season 2, back to beta, coming soon, guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Sorry, Sergeant Doom, I gotta go. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Laters.